apply to show their work here, but only about 225 are chosen. Now joining us now is artist Marilyn Andres, and I want to show what she's done. And this is wood, and this is what's so incredible to me, because when you're standing here and you're looking at this, you think that, well, you know, you must have taken some sort of a paintbrush or something to bring out these different colors. But this is wood, and you are the 2011 Juror Award winner, and I can see why you're a winner. This is beautiful work. This is all wood, and you take these intricate patterns that you say with these vessels, you create them by gluing separate segments together, one layer at a time. Now show us how this works.
This is what it starts out as. To the lathe. This is the bottom of the piece. So it staggers out. This is going to be a vessel similar to this shape. So when this is spinning, all you're concerned with is getting that perfect shape. Then you come in and clean up the inside.
And if you want to take a look, I'm not sure if we can get this, she cleans out the inside of this, and then you add this delicate beadwork.
Well, this is micro mosaics. We notch a groove and fill it with a dense resin. We take this little tool that we made, because there are no tools for this. We put one bead at a time. We put a bead on this little bitty point there. We hold it. This is all grafted out in little tiny increments. And then we've got a computer printout with every bead accounted for. And we mark it like a map, A1, A1, 2, and we inlay the beads one at a time. You can't be off a bead.
No.
Or the pattern won't work out.
Right. Now how long does it take to do something like this? This is your finished product.
Weeks of work. Just to design the mosaic is hours and hours and hours, because every bead has to be accounted for. You can't go, oh, you have to design for this exact diameter.
And you can't just go anywhere to get this kind of wood, right? These are many different kinds of wood.
This is wingay from Africa, curly maple from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and this is fabulous redwood lace burl from Northern California. This was cut and air dried in a barn about 60 years ago. And this is some instrument grade curly maple. It has that iridescent quality. They use this on the backs of violins.
It's absolutely beautiful. Marilyn, thank you so much. And she's been doing this for about 40 years. I asked her what it would be like, what she would do if she made a mistake. She said, well, we kind of don't do that anymore because we've been doing it for such a long time. And one of the things that I love is that she's from Driftwood. So how cool is that? All right, and our coverage of the Main Street Fort Worth Arts Festival will continue when we come right back. Welcome back to the Main Street Fort Worth Arts Festival. Now, along with checking out all of the cool art, the music, and the food, the Arts Festival is a great chance to check out downtown Fort Worth, too. Now, as you stroll along Main Street for the Main Street Fort Worth Arts Festival, make sure you don't miss the Jubilee Theatre. CBS 11's arts and entertainment reporter Sandy Newton joins us now with details on this historic venue. Sandy.
That's right, Karen. Well, you know what? It is just around the corner. People may not realize that because look how close I am to the Coors Light stage here at Sundance Square. I think the Texas Gypsies are about to take to the stage. And then just to your left is all of the great food court. You know, they've got fabulous fajitas and those turkey legs everyone loves, corn dogs, and of course, you've got to get a funnel cake. But take a look down here, right on 4th and Main Street is the fabulous Jubilee Theatre. Now, this has been in existence over 30 years, and as you're about to see, it's got some of the best entertainment in town.
Founded by Rudy and Marion Eastman in 1981, the small jewel of a theater, the Jubilee, sits right on Main Street and is the only African-American theater company in Texas with a focus on creating original work.
So along this walk here, you basically see the 30-year history of Jubilee Theatre from shows that we produce. A lot of these shows here are original pieces written by the founder, Rudy Eastman. here. Go Tell It on the Mountain, A Starry Nothing But a Hole in Heaven, a lot of original pieces that are interesting, and you'll see a lot of the same faces in these pieces because Jubilee really was a family and still is very much a family organization.
During the run of the Main Street Arts Festival, the Jubilee has a powerful new show on stage.
The current show is Tambourines to Glory by Langston Hughes. It's a gospel musical comedy, and it's basically a morality tale about these two women who start a church and for very different reasons find themselves head to head dealing with the devil himself. So it's a pretty entertaining gospel church type of show.
After working in prestigious positions at both the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C., and on Broadway with Denzel Washington and James Earl Jones, the native Texan is thrilled to bring his expertise to Fort Worth with a diverse lineup of theatrical productions. The bonus of the influx of tens of thousands of visitors this weekend is exciting, too.
It's a busy time of the year for everyone in this area, but I think it's good because it's going to bring some attention to the theater just because of its location. And I think art is a great thing in all of its forms. So I think as long as people are seeing that we're down here, I'm so glad you're doing this story, I think it'll maybe pique some people's interest and they'll come out and see what we do here.
Tambourines to Glory continues at the Jubilee through Sunday.
And whether they are from this area or they're here just for the art festival, they get a good sense of what we're about here in Fort Worth by seeing that this here is right downtown. So whether they're coming to be potential patrons of the theater or just visiting the city, I think it's a nice thing to see us.
And as I said, we are right around the corner from that fabulous Jubilee Theater having the best turkey leg in town. This is the folks from Risky's Barbecue. And Karen, I think, didn't you tell me, Karen, that you wanted me to bring you back a turkey leg?
Turkey leg, whatever else you feel compelled to bring back, you know I won't turn it down. All right, Sandy, thank you so much. All right, joining me now is Pam Stern. She is the 2012 Best Emerging Artist winner. And we need to say that Emerging Artist, you've been doing this for quite a long time. Yes,
This is the first time I've ever done a big outdoor show, so that's what it means.
Yes, okay, so you've been doing this for quite a long time, and that's evident in your work. Describe for us, and you are from Fort Worth, you're a local girl.
Yes.
Tell us exactly, this is made out of clay?
This is
something,
stoneware clay.
Stoneware clay.
And real antlers. And she's formed with us. I work with slabs. I roll out slabs and form her. And she was tall, so she had to be done in two pieces. So, and then I paint long, many hours with little tiny brushes and underglazes. And I use an encaustic finish for the skin on my pieces.
And these, her hair, I don't know if you can see the detail, is leaves.
Yes.
And helmet, I don't know if you can see this.
Each one
and
done separately.
One of the things that it's incredible, if we can look at some of the detail down here, she said she uses teeny tiny brushes to do this, and you said this is kind of stream of consciousness work. This isn't something that you put on paper first and then apply to the art.
No, I just start and it just sort of flows out.
And what is it, where do you get your ideas?
I have no idea. I love art, and I read and I look at books and magazines and pictures and movies. There's some wonderful movies, and I think this stuff goes in your head and kind of, I was going to say, well, it stays back there and it gets all jumbled, and then it comes out, I think, in my work.
Yeah, because you think of something like this. This reminds me of, I don't know, kind of like a nymph type figure, but with the antlers, these real antlers. I mean, it's all so different and it's pieced together and it's quite beautiful. I mean, the
well, it's been really interesting to hear some of the comments. Some people say, it's surreal. Some people say it reminds them of Narnia. And so all that stuff is probably in the back of my head. And I have a vase over there that I did, and it shows a head where stuff is just coming out, and that's what it's kind of like in there sometimes.
And so this is an example of some of the kinds of work that you do, but you do other things too. You say you mainly deal with women's forms?
It's usually the female figure or face. I do a lot of faces. I've always doodled faces and drawn eyes all my life. And I've started doing face vases that are just a face, and so I have a lot of fun. I'm very lucky.
Well, it's incredible what you can do, and again, I can't even imagine doing something like this with a paintbrush, and to not have stenciled it or something like that first.
Well, if I don't like what I've done, I can always wipe it off.
There you go. There you go. Well,
after it's fired, you can't do it.
Exactly. Well, it is beautiful work, and congratulations to you on the award, Best Emerging Artist.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right, Pam Stern.
And I'll be here next year.
Oh, yes, you will. Yes, you will. All right, Pam. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Fort Worth native. All right, and we've got much more coming up from the Fort Worth Main Street Arts Festival. Just a moment. Is that okay? We are here live at the Main Street Fort Worth Arts Festival. Now, we've talked about a lot of things, but one thing we probably haven't touched on is the work of not just the hundreds of artists, but that you can create your own. There is clay molding, ceramic painting, sand art, a lot of other cool things for you to try. And our meteorologist, Jeff Jameson, joins us now. And you had an opportunity to go up down there and look at some of the art and touch and feel and see some of this stuff. And people from all over the country come here to display and hopefully sell some of these pieces of art.
The talent is just so amazing, and as you've been talking about, Karen, some 1,500 people will apply, try to get here to display, and only 225 make it. So that just tells you the caliber of artists we're talking about.
This is the cream of the crop out here, and again, this is the third largest arts festival in the country, so you know that what you're seeing when you come out here is really good stuff.
And like you mentioned, you have the ceramics. You don't have just ceramics or sculptures, but paintings, photographs, food, art, entertainment, the whole 9 yards for every age and the family. So really fun times out here. And as we've been talking about, it's a little warm, even though the temperatures itself are not going to be all that high today. It's 81 for a high this afternoon. It certainly is going to be warm when you're surrounded by all your friends and family out here, thousands of people in downtown Fort Worth, and the concrete and the direct sunlight. So make sure you're dressed for warmer weather than 81. And there's not much of a wind right now, but the wind will pick up later today up to 15 miles per hour, and we're really looking for a beautiful end to this festival. They really could not have asked for better weather. We had that rain shower early on Friday, but after that, it's been great.
It really has been, and they say that they are expecting record attendance out here, and again, with weather like this, why not?
Absolutely.
It's a free event. Why not come out here and enjoy it? Again, things do close down at 8 o'clock tonight, but the artists are packing up their booths at 6. So if you want to check out some of this great artwork, come down early because you won't have an opportunity. Exactly. Before I pull out the credit card. Exactly. Right now, we're going to check back in with our very own Sandy Newton. Hey, Sandy.
Hey guys, well, can you recognize who that is? This is the very talented Tim Griggs. Let me see, Tim. Wow, okay. That is a caricature of me, and the best thing about this little area coming over to our stage is that you too can get a very free caricature thanks to CBS 11. We're so happy to do it, and the line, as you can see, is behind me, is very long, but you know what? Don't worry, just like some of the theme parks, you can get a fast pass. If that line seems a little intimidating for you, we'll make sure that we give you a pass here with our own caricatures of Doug, Karen, Larry, and Babe, and you'll be able to come back and not have to wait in the heat. But it really is fun. As you can see, the kids love it, all ages love it. It's 100% free, and it's a great way to bring back a fun memento of the fair. I'll throw it back to you.
Sandy, that is such a cute picture of you. I hope you get to keep that. That is darling.
Thanks.
And I want to get one of those cards too. I haven't seen those yet. All right, and that is going to do it for us. Thank you so much for joining us out here at the Main Street Fort Worth Arts Festival. We do hope that you come out and see everything there is to see before things close down at 8 o'clock tonight. It has been a terrific weekend out here for these folks. Again, so much to see and do and hear and taste. It is a wonderful event, and we are so glad to be a sponsor and to be a part of it. Thank you so much for watching our special. Again, the artists close up at 6 o'clock. Don't miss it. Have a great rest of your weekend, everyone.